Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today, well actually Wednesday, with the release of update 13.7, we've seen the return of a familiar event along with its limited time premium ships and even a new premium ship for the event this go-round. I'm of course talking about the Colorful Regatta. The Colorful Regatta is a newer-ish event in the game. I think it's only been around for a handful of years at this point. But it's back, it's in the armory, and you can get premium ships out of it. So, if you are wondering how you can get premium ships out of this event, you have to, of course, earn tokens. Colorful tokens this go-round, because Wargaming loves their tokens. However, there's a variety of ways you can get these tokens, and you can even get a decent bit of them for free. So, your easiest way to acquire these tokens is through the event pass. The first line, you can earn 100 of them as the final stage of the event pass. Decent amount. If you cough up another 2,500 doubloons, you can earn 110 of them at the last the last stage of the second line. So you will have 210 of them from the two battle pass lines. But that's not quite enough to get one of these ships. You need a little bit more. And, well, that's, of course, where our favorite, right, containers come into play. So there are Colorful Regatta containers that you can acquire throughout this event. You can, of course, buy them straight up for dubs, but you can also get one for coal, and you can get 3 at a 50% discount. So you can get the rest of your tokens that way. Each container will have at least 10 tokens. You also have a chance to get 20 tokens, a very small chance to get 200 tokens as well. So that's how you get these colorful tokens. But are the ships that you can exchange these tokens for even really worth it? Well, you might be surprised to find out that the ships in this event, well, they weren't always designed as premium ships. In fact, this event's whole theme is that they take Techline ships, give them some type of fancy schmancy paint camo, and, well, that's it. They are literally exactly the same as their Techline counterparts. All their statistics, their HP, their armor, it's all exactly as the Techline ships. So what ships are available this go-round? Well, you have the Kleber color, which is yellow, the Rune color, which is blue, you have the North Carolina color, which is red, and then you have the Zal color, which is green. So that's it. You can get a green Zal, a yellow Kleber, a blue Rune, or a red North Carolina out of this event. Again, these are all copy-paste Techline ships. So is it worth it to get just a Techline ship? Well, you see, dear viewer, they aren't Techline ships anymore. They are premium ships now, or special ships in the case of the Zal color and the Kleber color. Special ships are a little bit different from premium ships because special ships, they get the premium package that you can acquire with special ships, but they don't have a baked-in economic boost like the premium ships do. And the kicker is there are no tier 10 premium ships. All tier 10 ships are special ships or Techline ships, right? But no matter how you slice and dice the numbers, these ships are better at producing credits and XP than, of course, their Techline counterparts in some way, shape, or form. So then the question becomes, well, are any of these ships worth getting? And to answer that question, you have to think, well, what is the purpose of a premium ship? Most players would say that, its purpose is to print credits and XP at a better rate than Techline ships do. And while these ships will do that, are they the best at that? Maybe. Like, the Kleber is good at farming damage, as I'm sure all you Kleber drivers are aware. But again, it's a tier 10 ship, and the Kleber color is a tier 10 special ship. So while yes, she will produce credits better than just a standard Kleber, you of course still have to contend with the tier 10 repair cost and such, and it still isn't an outright premium ship. Same with the Zhao. Zhao is a fantastic HE farmer. It's one of the best ships in the game for it. And yes, it too will make a lot of credits for you if you do slap a premium package on it. But is it worth it to try and gamble to get the Zhao color or the Kleber color? I mean, those are 690 color tokens. That's a lot of tokens. I mean, if you really like the Zhao and you really like the Kleber and you don't mind, going through the whole process of getting the tokens, then yeah, it probably would be a solid pick for you. Because if you enjoy playing the ship and you're good at playing the ship, then yes, having some version of the ship that produces more credits and XP will probably benefit you. But you can also just buy the tier 10 premium package for these ships anyway. So there's that. That's my 2 cents with the special ships. Now, the 2 actual premium ships, on the other hand, it's a little bit different. So the Rune, by the way, even including the tier 10 special ships, has the best economy out of the 4 of these ships because she is a tier 9 premium ship. The tier 9 premium economy is the strongest economy in the game. It's why when you go watch any of my top 5 best premium ship videos or best credit farming videos, most of the list are tier 9 ships because just mathematically they have the best economy. I try to toss in some mid-tier ships in there to mix it up a little bit, but like mathematically speaking, you can't really get around the fact that the tier 9 ships are the best credit farmers in the game. So the Rune again has the advantage here mathematically. Now the Rune herself is a pretty solid tier 9 cruiser. She's got a bit of a wonky turret setup. She has 3 main guns, one's in the front, 2 are in the back, which is a little awkward at times. Now when you're like kiting, which is one of the things that the German ships do quite well, it doesn't really matter all that much. It's actually quite ideal for kiting. But when you have to turn yourself in to face the enemy, you only have 1 turret in the front. And that can lead to some awkward situations because the German cruisers, especially when you get to like the Hindenburg, they're great at kiting, but they can also do things at close range with their improved German AP. Of course, when you're limited to 1 turret in the front, that's kind of an awkward situation for Rune. But if you have played a lot of Rune or played a lot of kiting cruisers, the Rune can and definitely will work for you. And it's a tier 9 premium ship. But it's also 380 color tokens, which means you'll have to be gambling quite a bit in order to get the tokens that you need in order to finish the Rune color grind. So, yeah. And if you want a ship that's good at printing credits at tier 9, there are several coal ships that are free that do this just fine, like the Azuma. The Azuma is a great credit printer because it, like the Zhao, has amazing HE. And it has 310mm guns and long range and good accuracy. And it's a tier 9 as well. It's a coal ship. And it's free. So there's that. That's my 2 cents on the Rune color. If you enjoy it, go for it. If not, I wouldn't worry about getting it. Now we get to the North Carolina color. The ship I've opted to have the background footage for. Well, actually, it's just a normal North Carolina, but same ship. So, the North Carolina color is a tier 8. Full bore premium ship. Tier 8 premium economy is pretty dang good, right? It's right below the tier 9 premium economy. And she's only 250 color tokens. And given that you can get the 100 tokens from the free pass, and you can get a free container from the shop from the army with coal, I mean, you could potentially get this ship for free, right? You earn the 100 tokens in the pass. You go into the armor, you get that free Colorful Regatta coal container. You might get the 200 tokens right there. You might get just enough out of that one lucky roll in order to acquire the North Carolina color. But either way, what I'm saying is this one would require the least amount of dangling, right, in order to acquire the tokens to get her. And she's a tier 8 premium ship. And she's a tier 8 premium version of a pretty darn good tier 8 tech line ship. We've talked about the North Carolina, was it like a few weeks ago? And I went through and I was going over my free-to-play grind of the American battleship line on my alternate account. And the North Carolina is just a really, really good Tier 8 tech line ship. You get the American 9 16-inch guns. She is a little squishy if you do get caught from the sides. Your Citadel isn't that well armored if you do get caught flat broadside. But the 9 16-inch guns are good concealment when you build fully into it. And her, pretty comfortable maneuverability and speed at Tier 8, especially once you get, done going through your freaking Colorado grind. The North Carolina is just such a breath of fresh air. Make this ship pretty darn good. And, of course, too, you still have the American guns with the American dispersion ellipse. It's a really solid pattern, really consistent pattern when you compare it to other nations. The AP works quite well, the North Carolina. The HE also works quite well for when you do get double up tiered, which I apologize if I don't have a stellar North Carolina game for this background footage. I have a full case of weekend teams when I was trying to record some background footage for the North Carolina, and there are several matches in a row where I think we maybe sunk 3 ships, if that, on the enemy team, if we were lucky. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, what I'm saying is the North Carolina is a really solid Tier 8 tech line ship. It's an American battleship. The American battleships, the main line is one of the most new player friendly lines in the game. So out of all the options, it's the cheapest. It's either really easy to learn, or you've probably already played the American battleship line, right? So you already know how to play the thing, especially if you're watching this channel, because I'm a battleship main, and I tend to attract other battleship mains. It's a really good damage dealer, and it's a full board premium ship. That's the cheapest option. So if you're going through the event and are trying to acquire one of these ships, I would recommend the North Carolina color. If you're just going in to get a premium ship. Now, obviously, again, if you are a Rune lover, a Kleber lover, a Zal lover, I'm not saying don't get those guys. Obviously, if you can make those guys work, which you can, those are all really solid ships. A really good ship in the case of the Kleber. I'm also a Zal believer, right? Like, I still think Zal's a good ship in today's World of Warships, despite what a lot say about her. Yeah, absolutely, do pick them up if you feel like it. Again, for what you probably have to go through to get to the 690 tokens you need for the Zal or the Kleber. Again, unless you get lucky, you can just get the premium package for them anyway and have a pretty solid performing ship that way. But that is my 2 cents on this event, fellas. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you gotten lucky enough to get enough tokens to get a North Carolina color, or whichever ship you are going after? And if you are going after one of these ships, which one are you going after? So either way, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of that weekend. And hope to catch you guys in the next one.